Hey guys, just wanted to give you some final impressions on my Madone SL. You might notice this is not the SL anymore. Just got this a couple days ago. Unfortunately, I had some paint issues with the SL. Basically, I had paint chipping on a fork. Trek replaced the fork didn't match, and we went kind of back and forth for a while about how to resolve it. They said that they wouldn't be able to match the fork, that they were gonna have to replace the whole frame set basically. And at that point I decided to see if they would let me upgrade to the SLR through warranty, because it wasn't the first issue I had with the paint. It was actually the bike you guys saw in the reviews was the second bike that I had. The first bike that came to the shop, I had to get sent back because it had some paint problems as well. So it took about 3-4 weeks, but I got this this new SLR. This is the Axonite flip color. So it's black, and it has a lot of like pearly accents on top and stuff. I'll show you, but just want to give some final impressions on the SL because I did really like the SL. I think it's a great bike. It's probably the bike to buy for most people. Not only is the price, much better than the SLR, the ride comfort is also a little bit better. So I've only got a couple miles on this, but just the typical roads that I ride. I did some not some testing, but just rode over some rough sections of road, and I can tell you guys this SLR is definitely a little bit firmer. It feels more racy. The SL is, I'd say, a bit more like touring. So if you're really, if you just like the look of the Madone, you just want something comfortable, you want to take it on longer rides, you don't really care about, peak performance, go with the SL. It's a fantastic bike technically. The issues I had with the paint and stuff like that, they don't really take anything away from the ride quality of that bike. It was probably 90-95% of what this bike is. The SLR is a little bit firmer, a little bit snappier. It just feels a little bit more responsive. Still not on par with my old Amanda climbing bike, but definitely a little bit closer. I did manage to get these RSL wheels as well. I picked these up used, and I sold my pros. But if you're looking at the SL, be careful with the gray color that I had when it comes in. Just make sure you inspect it, look at it in the light. I'll try to cut in some pictures of exact problems I had with the first bike, and I'll kind of show you guys the frame chipping and stuff like that. But I wouldn't hesitate to buy that bike again. I wouldn't get the gray color. Unfortunately, none of the other colors in the SL really appeal to me, which is why I said, okay, let me look at SLRs. I did pay a few bucks to do the upgrade, to move to the SLR, but they basically just moved my drivetrain over. The wheels I got for this frame, the cockpit I already had from my SL. I had already put the SLR cockpit on there, and finally getting some sun here. You can see the color on this is just fantastic. It goes from like a pink to a gold to, it's got this gold kind of flake on the front. Got gold badges. It's a cool looking bike. But final impressions on the SL: solid value, great bike, very comfortable, very fast. They're not aerodynamically any different. It's more of the feel, kind of the stuff you can't measure. And this bike just feels a little bit more alive. The one complaint I had with the SL was, you might remember I mentioned in one of my videos before, it felt like it took half a pedal stroke to kind of get it going. This doesn't really have that. I don't know if that's mostly due to the wheels or the frame, combination of both. But I'm very happy with this. I will do, once I get more miles on this guy, I'll do a longer term review, but I just wanted to close out the SL chapter. I would still, like I said, I would still recommend that bike. Technically, it's a great bike. It's very fast, very comfortable, a little more comfortable than this, a little bit smoother. And yeah, solid buy. Do keep in mind, I think this bike is getting redesigned this year in 2025, well 2024 for the 25 model year. So if you're after the latest and greatest, maybe wait till June, July when they're gonna launch it, or just go buy it now. See if you can make a deal. I did get 10% off my SL when I bought it, so there are deals to be had. But very happy with this. I would say I really like the SL. I think I really love the SLR. If for no other reason, when I rode this thing, it did feel a little bit more zippy. And I feel like, as stupid as this might be, just the fact that I'm riding the top tier bike makes me get a little bit more excited to ride, which I think makes me in turn ride a little bit faster. Kind of weird, but maybe you've experienced that before. Anyway, guys, that'll do it. Drop any questions in the comments and try to answer them as best I can.